Now next topic is linked list representation of queue. Now what will be inside linked list representation of queue? There are many variants. You can take single linked list for that. That depends upon the application. You can take doubly linked list for that. That is a priority queue implementation. Simple, we are just using single linked list. More concept what I want to try here. So this is my some set of implementation. If I make this single linked list like this, and if I for any set of element, if I make this as rear and this is front, then it will not be serving my purpose. So for insertion at the rear, no doubt insertion is okay, you can insert a new element, but for deletion at front like this, you need to assess this element. That means something from within your steel pipe, which is not possible to assess the second last element and make that equal to null. So for linked list version, what you will doing, always make for linked list, if this notation is being used, always use this as first as front, that is the starting of the linked list, and last element of the linked list as rear of that. Now if somebody asks you what is a linked list implementation of a queue, now here queue is linear queue, we don't need the help of circular queue for that, क्योंकि हमें ज़रूरत ही नहीं है इसमें. Now what you will do, taking help of 2 pointers. When you are writing struct node, you will be consideration. First thing you have to check it out if front and rear both are equal to null. In that case, front is equal to null and rear is equal to null. Set front and rear. Create a temporary node and set temp is equal to front is equal to rear is equal to temp. That is the first element when you are creating it. And return from that chunk. Now in general case, what will happen? You will be just saying new node, that is a temp node which you want to insert. You will say rear ka next is equal to new node, that is a temp node which you have created using temp is equal to new node. अपने आप बना लेना इसको. And rear is equal to temp. You can set temp is equal to new node, temp ka next is equal to null, temp ka data portion, whatever the data you want to send, and so on. It is just like insertion at the insertion at the end of the linked list. Okay, here it should be node asterisk next. Sorry, it should node asterisk next. Here within the class, let me write it down. Within the class, you will be using here node asterisk your front, comma node asterisk. What is that? Last or rear. And in the constructor, you will be writing the queue, that is a public member function, the public SS specifier, front and rear both equal to null. This is the here only will be node asterisk next. There won't be any other data pointers will be. Now tell about the logic about DQ operation. So you will be deleting the element from the queue. How to delete the element from the queue? Front is here and rear is equal to here, and what you will doing, you will be just setting down front as that. If front is double equal to rear, that means within a linked list you have got just a single element and both front and rear pointers were pointing to this node. You will be just writing, first of all you will be copying that value in some variable, integer x is equal to front data. Then you will be, if front and rear both are equal to that, you will be setting front, delete front, जो भी whatsoever your node is there, then you will be setting front is equal to rear is equal to null, both equal to null. That is general case. Else case, you can just write, rather than writing else, you can use a return statement, that is your choice. In general case, what you can write, what is the next case? You have to update your front by the next term. You will say front is equal to, say there is some temporary pointer node, say some variable, say q. You will say q is equal to front, then you will say front is equal to front next and delete that q. After deletion of q, the last syntax says return the value of x back to the calling function. Okay. Sorry, Q representation using linked list is empty. Q is empty. If front or rear is one and the same thing, if front and rear both are equal to null, because if front is null, obviously rear will also be equal to null. You can write this line or you can skip it. Return 1, it is empty. Otherwise, no need to return, else you can say return 0. You can skip this return else also if you want. Queue is full. How to check it? Queue is full. In new pointer, you are saying remember this thing, this is for only for check purpose. So either it is a linked list, single linked list, doubly linked list, or queued structure, or stack structure, or any structure which is using internally linked list. In every case, this is the concept of checking whether it is a overflow in the linked list or not. This is the concept of underflow. So what is inside this? If the overflow means if you are not able to allocate a new node, you should say if p is double equal to null, your system doesn't have enough memory for heap structure, you should say return 1. Before returning 1, okay, return 1, okay. Yes, it is full. Else, so before returning 0, I think you should delete that, logically delete p, because you don't need this structure at this moment of time. Return 0. This is the story behind overflow. And similarly, if you want to find the front one, means topmost element of the queue, you can directly say return that if front is not equal to null, you can say if not is empty is false is equal to 0 functionality, you can say return what element, that element is front data. Else similarly, otherwise if it is not empty, only then front element. Otherwise, if it is you can write if is empty true, you can return any sentinel value. Return any sentinel value, like return -1, let it be linked list of positive integers. Similarly, for your rear one operation, for rear one you can return rear data accordingly by just writing the rest of the checks as we have done in the previous session.